Hey everyone, and welcome to the Tarot Writer. I'm sorry there's been a delay in the readings. I had to go to work. So here I am, I'm back. I'm going to be doing readings by the elements. There's water, air, fire, and earth. So today, or in this video, I should say, I am doing Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, so the fire signs. All right, so thank you for joining me. If you have not done so already, please don't forget to like and subscribe, share, comment. It means the world to me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is read you your quote of the month. And today I have for you Bob Dylan. Okay, this is from the book The Chronicles by Bob Dylan. And your quote is, sometimes you just don't want to, I'm sorry, let me start that again. Sometimes you just want to do things your way. Want to see for yourself what lies behind the misty curtain. All right, let's see what lies behind the misty curtain of the tarot reading. Sometimes you just want to do things your way. See behind the misty curtain. Let's see what Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo have going on in their worlds for the month of October. Once again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Let's see what comes out in the cards for you this month. Let's see what we have here for Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And here's Leo showing up. We have your strength, the strength card. So we're rising above all the earthly needs and desires, everything that's kind of like low vibrational quality, everything that we know we can rise above. This is about higher awareness. And what I mean by higher awareness is that we need to bring our higher selves, our higher consciousness to certain events, places, or people. It's almost like we have to be the stronger ones. And know that we're not going to succumb to any kind of lower ways of being or acting, that we are smarter, we are more compassionate, we are more forgiving. Those are all qualities that actually take strength. If you notice, the woman in the card is not actually strangling the lion, that it takes a bit of inner strength and courage to tame the lion, and she's doing that with her inner strength, knowing that we will get further or do better in this lifetime by using our strength, our inner strength. So let's see what this is all about. What do we need our strength about? 8 of Cups. So there's come a point where it's time to journey on. And like your quote says here, you'll want to see for yourself what lies behind the misty curtain. And I think that's why you have the 8 of Cups here, is that the seeing behind the misty curtain is going on that spiritual journey. If you see in this card, this person is kind of climbing up that hill there. And that is about saying enough is enough here. These cups are not spilled over. So nothing terrible has happened, but you're ready to journey on. You're ready to let go of something, turn your back, and walk away to something, again, that's more elevated, higher. And with the strength card, I think that kind of allows you, or not that I think, the cards say, the strength card here allows you to turn your back and walk away. Here you're searching for what is behind that misty curtain. You know, life doesn't give us the answers. We kind of have to go in search of it through our own experiences. And here with the 8 of Cups, it definitely indicates that there's a need for more. There's a wanting for something, more satisfaction in your life, something about wanting more feeling, emotional feeling, higher stability. But you're going to need your strength in order to do this. Okay, let's see what else we have here. And the High Priestess. I think a lot for the month of October or onward. I think you'll find that there's a lot about yourself that's going to be revealed. You guys are a fire sign, so you're really active and already in your pursuits. And there's not a whole lot of fear that, Sagittarians, Aries people, and Leo people really feel like they're pretty outgoing and they kind of like in a good adventure. They like that spark in their life. But because these two cards are showing up, that tells me that there's something a lot deeper and murkier than maybe an Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo person is aware of or knows about themselves. And that's why you need your strength, because there's something bubbling up from within you with the High Priestess here. The High Priestess is going to decode what's deep in our system of emotions, of our past experience, from the years that have come before that has now left us or let us kind of turn our back and go on this journey for something more. You guys have the strength to do that, to pull through. Where a lot of people feel that they might be a little unhappy or they feel like they need more satisfaction, but not a whole lot of people actually make that change in their life to get them through. But you might be really interested or excited that or surprised to learn about what is deep inside of you, the things that are kind of bubbling up now, where you're finally just kind of turning your back and moving on to some higher ground, a place of elevation to raise your own, whether it's your spiritual vibration or just knowing that there's something in your world that's missing. And I don't think it's something that you've ever really wanted before, because with the High Priestess here, it's kind of being revealed to you right now. Like, oh, wow, I didn't think I ever really could want this or needed this in my life. Let's read on. Let's see what else we have here. And by the way, we talk about that misty curtain that you're looking behind. Here is the pomegranate curtain behind the High Priestess. So it's almost as if you want to take away that curtain and reveal what it is in your life that needs to bubble up to the surface. You're going to need your intuition, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, where you might be used to just being really action oriented and going out there and pursuing whatever it is that you want or need to kind of manifest in your life. However, with the High Priestess here, what that's saying is you need to sit in silence and let your own intuition come through you, because that is what you're going to channel. That is what's going to come up to you and let you know what direction you need to go into. So you might feel a level of discomfort here because you're not really kind of used to sitting quietly and waiting. You're doers. So the High Priestess here is kind of going to challenge you this month or next couple months to be quiet and listen to that inner voice, because the inner voice is going to bring to you all the years of your past. The Six of Cups here talks about our roots, our home life, where we're going, where we have been led up to this point, because we're breaking away from that. We're making moves in a new direction, but we need to get nostalgic. We need to read about our past years with our friends and family and loved ones. And it's telling us that something more is here behind this curtain. And our life, our years of experiences are kind of whispering in our ear, and you're listening to it. And you're making, if not actual physical moves, just emotional moves. You're making choices to help you reach a higher level of perspective, emotional value, healing, happiness. Okay, and again, we have a lot of water cards here. We have King of Cups here, so that is actually ruled by a Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, so that might mean something to you. And it was also coupled with the Nine of Wands. So what I'm seeing here, if before I get into if this could actually be a person in your life, I think with the Nine of Wands here, this is wand energy, so it is you. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, I really do feel like you are going to struggle. You're putting up this wall, this barrier. Here you are as the wounded warrior, and you're looking over at the King of Cups. And I see this as you really are putting up walls to discover and explore your water side. You have water cups here, like you have Eight of Cups, the High Priestess, which is indicative of a Pisces, that's a water sign. Then we have the Six of Cups, that's Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So we have a lot of water signs here, and I feel like with this wand, the Nine of Wands here, it's like you don't want to let in that water sign. This is the King of Cups that really wants to come in, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. And it could be another sign, but I'm seeing it more as though you're needing to let the water come in. Let that rush of emotional healing, that voice of intuition come through you. You're used to just kind of, like I said, doing. And this is somebody, this is a hurt soldier. This is the wounded warrior of the deck. And I feel like you just want to keep doing it on your own. You're going to keep pushing through, keep igniting that fire, because that's what you're used to. You're motivated and fueled by fire. But in this month and the months to come, the universe is asking you to put down your weapons of wands and pick up your cups of healing. Because that's actually what's going to help you pivot yourself on your journey. It's not about fire, it's about water, the rush of emotional water, the emotional tides that are going to push you in a new direction. And it's not to be afraid of, it's not to put up your defenses. All the universe is asking you to do is listen. Stay seated, be quiet, and listen, because there's something else that your consciousness is trying to tell you, your subconsciousness, unconsciousness. This is all about the unconscious, this High Priestess. And again, with the Strength card, even though that is a fire sign, I think it's asking you, that's how you have to use your strength in order to be quiet and listen. The more you do that, the faster it will come to you with the Eight of Wands here. The more you can listen to yourself, come from a place of truth, of emotional purity, of understanding who you are. And the faster things will change, the faster you will get from point A to point B. Again, it's not by pushing your way through. It's not exactly by doing and pursuing and using that force of fire that you have. It's really about listening and sitting quietly. I know I keep repeating myself, but I think that is how you get to see behind the misty curtain of what it is you want. And those Eight of Wands here, it's going to help come in what needs to come in. The universe goes, okay, she or he heard us. This is what is happening. This is what we need to do. And it's going to be, and it can come in really fast, but you have to let it. You can't put up your defenses that you're used to doing, your wall of fire, your fuel of fire. It's about rolling with the tides. And that's how you find peace. Okay. It's how you find your balance with the Two of Cups here. It's where, this is where you kind of land after going on your journey, your spiritual journey, figuring out what it is that actually satisfies you. By the way, that's why he's wearing this little coat of red, because he's passionate about what he's moving toward. And I think when you do that and everything moves through, you get the Two of Cups. This is your reward, if you want to say. It's two people coming together. There's an agreement. It's a joined forces. So I think, and here you have the lion right there on the card. So that indicates that it's that fire within you that meets with a higher source, indicated by the wings, the spiritual realm. So these cards indicate that you will reach that higher state of satisfaction, of being joined together, that which brings balance to your life. It can be with another individual, or it can be with yourself. It's like you're this mirroring effect of you in the search of a higher self. This better person wants to come out. Someone who has been trying to reach something deeper within themselves. Whether it's, you're trying to just be a better person, a more spiritual person, somebody who knows how to listen to themselves, or it could be about anything. It could be about, love life, a career. But I see that once you listen to yourself and you let that quote unquote water in, the rush of intuition, and you really listen to whatever it is that comes bubbling up, you'll have the peace, you'll have the love, you get the enjoyment of agreement with somebody. It's like they're clinking glasses, they're trading cups. It's a card of friendliness, happiness, coming to the table, balance. Let's see what else we have for you guys. A lot of water cups here. So you are being ruled by your emotions this month. Very much ruled by your intuition and your emotions. You just have to let it come, and you're going to need your strength in order to let it come. We got the King of Wands reversed. So, this is you, okay? And you are in reverse. So what that tells me is you might not really like that feeling of not doing, of not having the control. Okay, because in the reverse, the king kind of tells me he doesn't have control. He becomes very ultra demanding. Sometimes maybe even abusive at times, because he's very charismatic when he's upright. He's a brilliant entrepreneur. Everybody loves him. He's a go-getter. But when he's like this, I see that he's kind of lost control. But that's what needs to happen this month, is that you need to lose that control, that grip around that wand, because that is what is going to allow what needs to come in to come in. You're not going to win by doing this month. You're not going to win by actively pursuing and being that go-getter. You have to do what makes you uncomfortable. And I do see you here being very uncomfortable in your seat of power. You can still have power through the use of your intuition. You can still there is power there, in fact. I think sometimes feel like when you're seated and quiet that you almost appear as weak, but you won't appear as weak, and you won't be weak, because you are just going to be the King of Cups. This is who you are. You are a feeler. You are a healer. You're not necessarily like a doer, like cracking that whip. It's not about that this month. In fact, if you try to rule with an iron fist and trying to, you know, you know, give people a tongue lashing, and you're going to try to override and take control of the situation all the time, it might work against you. And that's when you come out looking like the King of Wands reversed, with no control, angry, obsessive. You're better off taking the high road, taking the high road and just waiting, listening, going, rolling with the punches, going with the flow. I think that's what like I'm trying to say about this whole reading, is like it's about going with the flow, not putting up walls, not being angry, releasing the control that you usually have over things. And that is going to be tough, and that is why you have the Strength card, because you don't just roll with the punches. You're used to having that control, but it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you this month. There. I want that King of Cups to be shown. So if you see it like this is how you're going to be this month. King of Cups upright, using your intuition, you being very diplomatic, assured by your own intellectual and emotional stability. There's a balance there, and you're getting rid of that control, that fiery control. I'll do it my way. It's not about that this month. It's not about control, actually. And then the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands indicates, so we have the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands here. So, and we have the King of Wands in between, just like that. So what that tells me is releasing yourself from the duties that you usually attach yourself to. That you're better off letting it go, because with the Two of Wands here, you're creating something very new for yourself. There's a new avenue, a new road. And he's holding this globe, and it's about perspective. So you have the world in your hands. Again, he's not actually doing anything with this card. He's just visualizing. You can see, I'll bring it up closer. He's just visualizing. He's not doing anything. Here with the Two of Cups, they're not really doing anything. They're just kind of joining together. They're sharing in each other's cups. So I feel like with this reading, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries, that you're just feeling your way through this month. You're understanding who you are, what you need, because it's for some new avenue or road or path that you're trying to go down, that you're creating here with the Eight of Cups. And it's important that you listen to yourself this month, to deeply listen. Okay, and as your two outcome cards, I have a King of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. And just like I was saying, as your outcome, you are reaching a point with the Ten of Wands that you're releasing responsibility. You're releasing that which has a burden on you, which is all the responsibilities that Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo people always kind of put on their own shoulders. You see that with the Ten of Wands? You're reaching a pinnacle where you are no longer going to be carrying this burden, right? You're letting it go. King of Wands, you're releasing it, reversed. And that is going to bring in a lot of abundance, more than you can actually ever fathom. It could be more money, more food, more shelter, more clothing, more stability in your life, all right? With the King of Pentacles here, there is a plethora of just stability, having earned the respect. And you do so sometimes by just letting things be, by not having to always have the first say or the last say, by not always like trying to, compete against everything. It's just letting go and letting what needs to come in, come in. And then as your energy slash advice card, you get the Seven of Pentacles. And it's in reversed here. So that tells me that, well, when it's up like that, all your work has been budding and coming to some kind of fruition. Maybe it hasn't come to the 10 of Pentacles, but when it's reversed here, all the work that you're putting into something, again, it doesn't matter. It's not about doing. If you're overworking yourself, then you're doing it to yourself. It's not about that. Right? This month is all about that healing, emotional, watery. Um, your drive is just to go with the flow. It's not about work. You want to put that gardening tool down and step away because you are in the energy of just kind of going with the flow. You're creating something very new here, and you can't do it by the ways in which you used to do it. It's not going to work that way. If there's something that you really want to see come into your life, you can't demand that it will. You can't actually do it, like physically go out and do it. It's all about letting it kind of come to you, and you're in a more of a receptive quality of listening to yourself, your intuition, and balancing out your emotional and intellectual abilities. Okay. And you don't want to put a defense up to that. It's all about just letting it roll in. Roll in. You're not going to be doing any work. You're going to be doing healing and meditating and listening to yourself, a very deeper side of yourself, in order to pull back this curtain, the misty curtain that Bob Dylan talks about. Sometimes you just want to do things your way. Okay. That's like the King of Wands. Want to see for yourself what lies behind the misty curtain. Okay. Even though you want to see what lies behind it, you have to let it come to you. Okay. That's what the High Priestess is all about. Letting it come to you, let it bubble up, because you're going to be surprised at what this month and the coming months have to offer you. You're going to be very surprised, and I'm very excited for you. Okay, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, like, share. Thank you for joining me again. I do appreciate it, and I'm sorry for the giant delay in the read, but I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much.